Hey, everybody, I'm Scott Wikle. You are listening to My Kind of Country. Thank you so much for joining us on a Monday night. It is great to have this Country Music Hall of Fame member with me on the show tonight, a longtime member of the fabulous Oak Ridge Boys, and a lot of people don't know another side to him. He is a fabulous photographer, and he has got a brand new photography book that's just come out. We're going to talk about that and some other great things that he's got going on. It is a pleasure always to have William Lee Golden on My Kind of Country. William Lee, how are you tonight?
Scott, I'm doing great, man. I'm at home in Tennessee today, and it's a beautiful day here. So, just wondering how things are up there in the North Country.
Well, we are starting to finally warm up after a very long and cold winter. So
Yeah.
it's
Well, it's good to see sunshine here today, too.
oh, that's for sure. That's for sure. Well, before we get rolling, I know a lot of folks are asking. It was certainly great to see Richard Sturban back on the Opry with you guys. How is he doing?
Richard is, he's still recovering. He went through treatment this past year for pancreatic cancer that he went through. Started back in May, I guess, is when he found out that he had that. But he went through treatments, two different treatments for it, and he finished that up about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I guess. So he joined us a couple of weeks ago on the Grand Ole Opry for the first time being on stage with the Oak Ridge Boys, and since last May, I guess it was, when we were out in Dallas at the Academy of Country Music Awards and presented the Group of the Year out there. But we've had these two young bass singers. They're a whole brand new generation of young, extremely great bass singers. Aaron Lee McCoon, young bass singer that's been singing out with Daly and Vincent, and also with Tim Duncan. Tim's another incredible bass singer, a young guy that's, you've probably seen him on the Gator music shows and
Yes,
singing with other groups, but he's a young bass singer. He sang with Ernie Hoss and the Signature Sound when they started. But he's just an incredible young bass singer too, man, and those guys have stepped up and been standing in for Richard while he's been going through treatments and recovering from pancreatic cancer. That's what we're doing, and the Oak Ridge Boys just finished another brand new album, man. It'll be called Buried Treasures, and that's we did an album last year that won one of the songs on there won a Telly Award for Best Music Video last year. Was a song we did called Come On Home. But Dave Cobb produced that too, and this is the 6th album that we've done with Dave Cobb.
oh, that's great.
He produces Chris Stapleton and the Red Clay Strays and some
Sure.
of the hot young acts in country music, and we're just happy that we've had the opportunity to work with Dave Cobb for the past 14 years, I guess, and done 6 albums with him now.
That's
So
fantastic. You guys have had some great product out with him. I really love the Mama album. That is just fabulous. We bought that on vinyl when we were at your concert. You were up here a little over a year ago and at Soaring Eagle. We got to see you, and we picked up that album. And I'll tell you, it's just a gorgeous album. And Mama's Teaching Angels How to Sing. I think that's our favorite on the album. I just love that song so much.
that is a great one. Dottie Rambo wrote that song, and I loved it back when the Rambos recorded it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But Ben James also did a great job with that. Our young tenor singer, Ben James, he's been with us 2 years now. We just, back in December, celebrated 2 years together with Ben James singing
That's
tenor
fabulous.
for the Oak Ridge Boys. Ben comes from North Carolina. He was singing in bluegrass groups, Doyle Lawson, and then also he was traveling with Damian Benson when the Oak Ridge Boys worked with him a couple of years ago, 2.5 years ago, I guess. And we were on stage together, and we invited him to come out and join us at the end of the show on Elvira and Bobby Sue. And Joe passed Ben James the microphone, young kid here. I got grandkids kids older than me and James. But man, he took that song and he went with it. We backed up and said, wow, this kid really got it. And that's who Joe called when he couldn't go any further and said, man, get your singing britches on. The Oak Ridge Boys, he needs you this weekend, and I can't go. Said, I can't go any further. You're going to have to help him. And so that's how it happened. We didn't ever have an official rehearsal with Ben James. He come and joined us, and we did 2 shows, and boom.
Wow.
He didn't miss a word, didn't miss a lick, didn't miss any parts. And so it's kind of been like that ever since. He knows all of our songs, and we've never had anyone that stepped in so smooth without having any rehearsal. I know Aaron McCoon's been out with us, and he's another incredible new generation, you know. When Tony Brown heard Ben James sing, he went up to him. I heard him tell him after he heard him sing. He said, man, I just want to tell you, you've got that high, lonesome sound.
He sure does.
I've not heard another voice like that in 35 years except one guy. He said, you're a brand new generation with a Vince Gill voice.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's about as high a compliment as anybody. I called, we're talking today here. I know Scott wanted me to mention that I have a brand new book of my photographs coming out. I take my cameras, or I did for a long time, on the road with the Oak Ridge Boys when we was touring. And during the day, I'd get a guy or two, you know, to take a ride with me. We'd get out and go out to national parks or state parks or beautiful scenic areas and take photographs, landscape photographs. So I've got a whole book of beautiful landscape photographs that I've taken all over the U.S. and some in Europe and some down at the U.S. Virgin Islands that I enjoy going to on occasion with my family and stuff. So it's a book of my travels, basically. Different states from coast to coast, beautiful scenery. Just mainly landscape photographs is what I take.
Yeah. Well, they're
so there's
beautiful.
2 or 3 pictures in there of me and some of the guys that I take out shooting pictures that they wound up shooting me in some of these beautiful landscapes that I was taking photographs of.
Folks, you can go to WilliamLeeGoldenBook.com and order a copy, and all the copies are going to be autographed. There are only 5,000 available, and that's the only place you're going to be able to get it. So you won't be able to get it on Amazon or anywhere else. So go to WilliamLeeGoldenBook.com and make sure you get your copy of this. It's called Golden Memories, Landscape Photographs Taken on Tour with the Oak Ridge Boys. William, what kind of camera do you use?
I use Canon's 5D Mark II. I got 2 of those. So that's what I was shooting most of this photographs with was those cameras. Anyhow, what I do anymore, I don't take all those cameras on the road with me anymore. It's kind of crowded out there. So I just take my iPhone with me anymore.
Sure.
And, but for a long time, man, I took real nice cameras with me, and I also had good lens for each of my cameras. I have 3 brand, great lenses. The L lens is a Canon L lens, which is a top end of the lens, for us having a good lens for your camera, whether you want a zoom lens or a portrait lens. But they're great quality lens, and it helps capture great photographs.
There was one from Michigan City, Indiana, the pier down there, which was great. And Bryant, Indiana, covered bridge you had in there. I used to live down close to there, and they had a covered bridge festival there every year. And I remember seeing that very covered bridge. And you took a picture of it. It was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go out in different places, man, and I let Scott England help pick out the photographs that we used in this book. And I've taken over 100,000 photographs that I've got.
Wow.
Digital photography, and anyhow, kind of sifting through all of that, the different places I've been. It was a lot of fun to kind of reflect back on that at the times.
That's wonderful. Folks, again, WilliamLeeGoldenBook.com. You can order a copy, and they're all going to be autographed, and they'll ship them out to you on February 27th. And we encourage you to get a hold of one of those. There's some fabulous photographs in there and some great,
I also
great
have
memories.
another book that Scott helped me write. It's an autobiography of mine called Behind the Beard, and it tells my whole life story. And he interviews a couple of my wives. So my first wife got into some stuff that I was not going to get into about my unfaithfulness. But anyhow, I couldn't deny the things that she discussed in there either. So, yeah, but it goes through my story of how it all started with me as a kid on a farm in South Alabama. And my sister and my mother taught me how to play rhythm guitar and sing harmonies when I was 6 and 7 and 8 years old. When I was 8 and 9, we'd get to play a song on Granddaddy's radio show. So that's where it started with me, is the duet singing and playing. My sister played mandolin, and she's a great singer and great musician. She plays piano, and she can play guitar. So that's how it all started. In high school, I sang in my first quartet, which was the FFA Quartet, Future Farmers of America. And that's where I fell in love with 4-part harmony singing. So that led me to one day get to be with the Oak Ridge Boys. And we're still out there performing. And this past year, we did 75 concert dates. And hopefully we'll get to do that this year, do at least 75 to 80 concert dates across the country. And we still enjoy singing. Dwayne Allen has been our great lead singer for the past 60 years now.
Wow.
And he and I have been together for 60 years, and it's kind of amazing to think about how fast that went by.
Time sure does.
It's something that we found being able to be together and sing our songs, and it's been healing mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and uplifting for us, and hopefully for the people that hear us sing.
It certainly has, and you've got so much great music that you've given us over the years, and so many great memories, and I know there's a lot of people out there that have favorite songs of yours that bring back a special memory for them, and I don't think you could leave a better musical legacy behind than having something like that happen, you know?
Scott, thank you for letting me be here with you on My Kind of Country.
Well, it is an honor always to have
You've
you.
got a great show here, and I know you've let me be here with you before, and I just want to thank you again.
Well, it's my honor, and I hope folks, again, will go to WilliamLeeGoldenBook.com, pick up a copy of this beautiful Golden Memories landscape photographs taken on tour with the Oak Ridge Boys, and you'll get a personally autographed copy, and you will absolutely love all the beautiful photos in there. We're looking forward to the new Oak Ridge Boys album, and as William mentioned, also Behind the Beard is his autobiography written with Scott Wikle, and you can get a copy of that at OakRidgeBoys.com as well. And William Lee, thank you so much for taking time to be on the show. It is always a pleasure to have you, and my very, very best to you and the Oak Ridge Boys. God bless you all. We look forward to your new music, and we look forward to seeing you back out there on the road.
Great. Thank you, Scott. And hopefully we get to be up in Michigan here this year sometime, maybe this spring.
We will certainly look forward to it.
Anytime we're up there, will you come out and be our guest? We'd love to see you and shake your hand.
Thank you so much. I would appreciate that. Look forward to it. William Lee Golden, folks, we're going to play some great Oak Ridge Boys music for you as we continue with My Kind of Country. William Lee Golden, thank you again for your time. God bless you, my friend.
All right, Scott. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye now.